I don't even know what to say anymore. We're starting to see an icy pattern. It's cold out, you know that. When's going to stop?
It's starting to sound like a broken record.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop as soon as we'd like. So let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Wyatt Everhart to see if we're ever going to see a hint of spring.
I don't know. That's the answer at this point. I mean, none of us know, do we? Look, bottom line is this. Record-breaking cold this morning. We were at 1 above 0 this morning in Baltimore, and now we're in the mid-teens. Spring will come, all right, but it's not going to be here anytime soon, certainly not the rest of this day or into the night tonight. Now, look, there's already some good news in the very short term in that we have gotten rid of almost all the peak winds. Right now, more of a gentle breeze at 5 to 10, but even that light breeze putting the wind chill factors down around 6, 7, 9 above. Continue to let the faucets drip tonight because there is still a definite potential for pipes to freeze and or burst. 15 as we go through the rest of the evening. Frigid, calm conditions and then bitter cold will be the story. Then as we shift into Saturday, yet another winter weather maker on the way. Winter storm alerts already up. You can see Central Maryland in the winter weather advisory zone, including the Baltimore area, northeast corner, and down through D.C. But you quickly get into winter storm criteria in these pink shaded counties to the west as we go through time. So again, all eyes on this developing storm down here in the south of the Tennessee Valley, picking up a little bit of Gulf moisture too, and that's going to have its impact. For more on the whole setup, Mike Masco is standing by outside. Mike, what do you have for us out there? I know your ears must be a little chilly without the earmuffs.
I'm getting, everybody's yelling at me for not having a hat. Yes, it's cold outside, Wyatt. Today, another day that could potentially hit a record. In fact, this may be the coldest low max on this date since back in the 1800s. So, again, we continue to hit records. Now we're going to bring in a storm that's going to bring moisture into the area, and it will fall in the form of snow and freezing rain. Take a look at the system, and we'll show it to you. Again, it's developing still in its early stage of development down towards the south as it's going to gather some Gulf of Mexico moisture. We're going to take all the moisture down to the south, throw it into the cold air, and we'll see snow breaking out. Wyatt's going to advance the slide, and we'll take a look and show you snow is going to be moving in as early as the 11 o'clock hour for our northwestern suburbs, but by lunchtime and going into the early afternoon hours, everybody's going to see a thumping of snow. It could be moderate, could be heavy at times with temperatures into the middle 20s. But as we get into tomorrow evening, that's when we're going to see some warming of the air about 3,000 feet high up into the atmosphere, and that's going to allow for everything to go over to rain. But unfortunately, it's going to fall in the form of freezing rain. So that's going to be the second dangerous component to the storm. Take a look at this slide. I want to show you what we're anticipating in terms of snow. We have revised our totals to reflect 3 to 5 inches. If this storm stays colder for a longer duration, it may be over 5 inches from the city points north. We like the idea of around 6 to 10 inches as you get into northwestern Carroll County, into the higher elevations, and especially as you get out towards western Maryland. And if you're watching us into the eastern shore, 1 to 3 inches before you get over to some freezing rain. Speaking of freezing rain, our forecast model is showing we could see, a significant 0.1 of an inch or maybe a 1/4 of an inch possible as you get out towards the eastern shore. It's going to be dependent on the precipitation, how it rolls in, how it forms. There's a lot of questions, unfortunately, versus answers. So everybody's going to start to snow after the lunchtime hour. Heavy snow accumulations. It may stay an all snowstorm as you get well north and west of I-95. We have a lot to talk about in the weather world. That's coming up with Wyatt and your 7-day forecast going right through the weekend coming up in just a little bit, guys.
All right, thanks, Mike. You can get the forecast anytime, even when you're out and about on the go. Download this Storm Shield app. It could save your life. You're going to get alerts sent right to your smartphone. You can find it on Apple's iTunes Store or Android's Google Play Store.